My beloved child, stay here with me and listen carefully. Something has just been revealed that changes everything. The truth didn't come from your ex, it came from someone close to them, a woman who carried the weight of a secret for far too long. Her voice trembled when she finally spoke, and every word she said carried the sting of betrayal mixed with the scent of regret. She said she couldn't keep it in anymore. That she watched your pain from the shadows, pretending not to know what was really happening behind closed doors. She saw messages deleted before you could read them, saw the plans made in silence, and watched how you were replaced while still being promised forever. The guilt had grown inside her until it became unbearable. When she broke her silence, her confession sent chills through the room. She revealed how everything you believed was real had been twisted and disguised as love. That while you were praying for healing, someone else was laughing at your tears. And this woman, she couldn't stand it anymore, because she knew that heaven was watching. Now she says your ex is terrified. Terrified that you might find out how much of what they did was built on manipulation. She said your name still echoes in their conversations, but not with love, it's with fear of exposure. Because deep down, they know the day you discover the full truth, everything they built will collapse. Type Amen to get blessing 333. My beloved soul, this truth didn't arrive by chance. It was meant to reach you today, because heaven saw you forgiving people who never said sorry. The woman's confession wasn't to break you, it was to free you from the invisible chains of deception. She said your ex played both sides, pretending to move on while still checking on your life from hidden accounts. She said there were nights your ex couldn't sleep, scrolling through your photos, angry that you were healing without them. That jealousy became their quiet punishment. But this woman couldn't bear the lies anymore, especially after witnessing what was said about you in private moments that would have shattered your soul. She said your ex made jokes about you to look strong in front of others, but inside, they're crumbling. And now, my child, the energy around you is shifting. That confession was the final key heaven needed to release you from every emotional cage. The truth has done its work, it has burned away illusions, revealing who truly cared and who only cared when it was convenient. Do not chase closure anymore, it's already been delivered in the form of this truth. You have been vindicated by someone who saw the darkness firsthand and chose light instead. Type Amen to get blessing 444. My precious one, the woman said something else before leaving. She said your ex is trying to come back, not out of love, but out of fear of karma. They know their reputation is on the line, and they want to rewrite history before their mask falls completely. But you, my child, are no longer who you used to be. You've grown sharper, stronger, wiser. Archangel Michael says this moment is your divine justice. The people who once spoke behind your back will soon speak your name with respect. The same ones who doubted you will soon regret every word they whispered. This confession is heaven's way of showing you that truth always rises, even when it hides beneath layers of lies. Your silence was not weakness, it was strategy. Every tear you shed watered the roots of your new beginning. The woman's truth came as confirmation that the universe is aligning to expose what was hidden. The masks are falling, and those who plotted against you are facing their reflection. Remember this, sometimes closure doesn't knock, it arrives through confession. Type Amen to get blessing 555. My beloved child, something deeper is happening now. That woman's words are triggering a wave of karma in motion. People who stood by your ex's side, defending their lies, are beginning to question everything. Old photos, memories, and moments once posted proudly are now haunting reminders of deceit. And your ex? They are restless. They feel your energy rising, your glow returning, your heart awakening to a higher vibration. That terrifies them more than losing you ever did. The woman who confessed said your ex's biggest fear is watching you fall in love again, with peace, with purpose, with someone who will never play with your heart. Archangel Michael says heaven has been waiting for this moment, to lift you out of the ashes of confusion and crown you with divine clarity. The tables have turned quietly, beautifully, powerfully. Those who thought they broke you are now realizing they only built your legend. So when you hear this truth, do not react with anger. Smile in silence. Because heaven is already preparing your reward. Type Amen to get blessing 666. My dearest one, tonight, as you close your eyes, you might feel a sudden wave of peace wash over you. That's heaven confirming your release from emotional bondage. You no longer need to prove your worth to those who lied, manipulated, or used you. The woman's confession sealed the chapter that was keeping your heart stuck. She said something haunting yet beautiful, that your ex still wears the gift you gave them, not out of love, but out of guilt. They hold on to it like a memory they can't erase. It's their silent punishment, a constant reminder of the person they wronged but couldn't replace. And no matter how far they go, your energy follows them, not as a curse, but as a lesson. Every step they take now carries the weight of what they lost. And you, my beloved, are rising, gracefully, effortlessly, divinely. Type Amen to get blessing 777. My chosen one, Archangel Michael says the woman who confessed will soon cross your path again, not to reopen wounds, but to confirm your healing. She carries remorse, but she also carries gratitude that you inspired her to tell the truth. She said your kindness haunted her, your silence convicted her, and your strength freed her. That's what divine justice looks like. It doesn't always roar, sometimes it whispers through the lips of a stranger holding the truth. Your ex will soon face their own unraveling, one secret at a time. And when that happens, you will be standing tall, clothed in peace. My child, this revelation wasn't meant to hurt you, it was meant to crown you. You are stepping into your glow era, the chapter where everything you lost returns, multiplied, refined, sacred. Type Amen to get blessing 888. My beloved soul, never doubt why this message found you today. Heaven orchestrated it perfectly, the timing, the confession, the release. The woman's words were the final echo in a story that needed to end. She may have been linked to your past, but her truth belongs to your freedom. As you move forward, remember this moment as your awakening. Let go of the pain, the wondering, the what-ifs. The truth has already spoken, and it spoke in your favor. And if you ever feel weak again, remember, heaven doesn't expose people to hurt you, but to heal you. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. My beloved child, the night she decided to meet you, the air itself felt heavier, as if heaven was holding its breath. You didn't expect her message, yet something in your spirit already knew she was coming. When you saw her silhouette approaching under the dim streetlight, your heart froze, not in fear, but in divine recognition. She came closer, her eyes trembling with the weight of everything left unsaid. She whispered your name like an apology carried by the wind. And in that moment, time seemed to bend, because heaven had been waiting for this meeting long before you even knew she existed. She said, "I couldn't sleep anymore. Every time I saw your picture, I heard the sound of truth knocking." She revealed that your ex had begged her not to tell you, even offered her things to stay quiet. But she couldn't bear the guilt of knowing you were being punished for something you never did. Her voice broke as she spoke about the night everything changed, the night your ex made a choice that betrayed not only you, but their own soul. She said she saw messages you were never meant to read, and those messages revealed the true reason they left you. Type Amen to get blessing 999. My precious one, her hands trembled as she told you that your ex's heart was divided. There was someone whispering lies into their ears, convincing them you were never loyal, never real. She admitted that she was that person once, the one who planted doubt in your ex's mind. The realization crushed her, and for months she carried the burden of destroying something pure. She said your ex believed those lies without proof, without pause. They let rumors destroy love. And even now, they regret it more than you'll ever know. This woman confessed that she was manipulated too, promised affection in return for silence, but the universe does not reward deception. Archangel Michael says your grace is your greatest weapon. Even in your pain, you didn't curse anyone, you simply walked away with dignity. That's why heaven chose to deliver the truth back to you through confession. The woman said she envies your strength, your peace, your light. Because while she watched your ex crumble, she saw you rise higher than anyone expected. Type Amen to get blessing 111. My chosen child, she went deeper, her voice now steady, her eyes filled with tears that carried both relief and regret. She said your ex still keeps something of yours hidden in a small box, tucked away behind their drawer. It's not the gift you think, it's something you gave unintentionally, your handwriting, your words, your energy. She said your ex reads your old notes in the quiet hours when guilt wakes them up before dawn. They still whisper your name, but not in anger anymore, in longing. She said they tried to move on, tried to replace you, but every new face reminded them of what they destroyed. And when that guilt became unbearable, they told her the truth. The truth was that they never stopped caring, they were just too proud to admit they were wrong. They tried to convince others they didn't love you, but every night proved otherwise. The woman said she saw it, the sleepless eyes, the trembling hands, the regret written across their silence. And now, heaven wants you to know, this is not your burden to carry anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 222. My beloved one, Archangel Michael says divine balance has arrived. The same people who mocked you in your pain are now facing the mirror of their actions. That woman's confession wasn't random, it was heaven's way of returning your power. She told you something else before she left that night. She said your ex still believes you'll never forgive them, but she saw in your eyes that you already have. That forgiveness didn't mean reunion, it meant release. Because when you forgive, you untie every knot they tied around your soul. And when she walked away, she turned once more and said, you're not who they said you were. You're who heaven says you are, chosen, protected, unstoppable. Her words lingered in the air like a closing prayer. Now your story is shifting from heartbreak to rebirth. You are stepping into the chapter where the truth no longer hurts, it heals. Type Amen to get blessing 333. My radiant child, the next morning, something strange happened. You woke up lighter, as if 1,000 invisible weights had fallen off your chest. The sunrise seemed brighter, and for the first time in a long time, you didn't feel haunted by yesterday. That's the sign Archangel Michael gives when divine justice completes its work. But there's more. The woman sent one final message later that day. She said, "They're trying to reach you again. They want to explain, but not for closure, for redemption." She said your ex wants to tell you everything they hid, every detail they once denied. Heaven says, don't rush your response. The truth doesn't need immediate reaction, it needs observation. Let them speak if they must, but keep your peace protected. The woman's role is done, she delivered her purpose. Now it's your turn to stand tall in the light of truth and walk forward without looking back. Type Amen to get blessing 444. My Divine One, something sacred is aligning. Archangel Michael says a new person will enter your life soon, someone connected to your healing, not your hurt. You'll recognize them by the peace they carry, by how your spirit feels safe in their presence. The universe doesn't send replacements, it sends upgrades after lessons are complete. This new energy will help you see why everything unfolded the way it did. The woman's confession wasn't to reopen wounds, it was to prepare you for divine love. The kind that doesn't hide, doesn't lie, doesn't pretend. You've passed the hardest test, my beloved. Heaven watched your endurance, your loyalty, your tears. And now, every tear is being converted into favor. Soon, even your ex will see your name where they never expected it. On blessings, on success, on divine tables they can no longer sit at. Type Amen to get blessing 555. My beloved soul, in the coming days, you may dream of that woman again. It won't be fear, it will be closure. She will appear smiling, saying, "It's done." That's heaven's signal that the karmic circle has closed completely. Archangel Michael says the truth is a sword, it cuts through illusion and creates room for miracles. That's why you had to hear it this way, through a messenger who once stood beside your pain. The circle of deception is broken now. You will feel a sudden calmness inside your chest, like a new beginning breathing within you. That's the divine sign that your energy has been cleared. Walk forward with your head high, because the same truth that once hurt you has now crowned you. Type Amen to get blessing 666. My child of light, the woman's confession spread further than she expected. People who once gossiped now stay silent, realizing the truth is louder than rumor. Even your ex's friends, the ones who once laughed, are now whispering apologies behind closed doors. Archangel Michael says this is not revenge, it's divine balance restoring itself. Every word you spoke in kindness is returning as protection. Every tear you shed is coming back as strength. The woman who spoke the truth will soon find peace too, because when you chose forgiveness, you freed not just yourself but everyone bound by the lie. Now heaven is aligning new paths, new faces, new miracles for you. The storm is over, and the dawn is here. Type Amen to get blessing 777. My beloved, never underestimate how powerful truth is when it arrives in divine timing. The woman linked to your ex was never the villain, she was the vessel. Heaven used her guilt to unlock your destiny. The moment she confessed, chains broke, not just for you, but for generations after you. Archangel Michael says the lesson is complete. You no longer have to replay the past or fear what was said about you. Truth has done what it came to do, it set you free. Now your next season will be filled with calm conversations, loyal hearts, and peace that doesn't need to be earned. You are entering your divine era of overflow. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. My beloved child, the message arrived when you least expected it. No name, no subject, just a few trembling words that read, I need to tell you the truth myself. Your heart paused. The same person who vanished without explanation, who left your soul aching for closure, had finally decided to speak. It wasn't coincidence, it was destiny unfolding in perfect, divine timing. You stared at the screen for a long time before opening it. The moment you did, you felt the air around you shift. It wasn't anger you felt this time, it was clarity. Archangel Michael says that the soul who wronged you can't find rest until they speak the truth, because the universe demands balance before blessings are released. The first line read, I lied to you. Every word after that carried the weight of years. They confessed that everything you suspected was true. That there was someone else whispering in their ear, planting seeds of jealousy, twisting your love into confusion. And yes, the woman who confessed was right. Your ex had been living with the guilt for months, pretending to be happy while every night their conscience screamed your name. Type Amen to get blessing 888. My precious one, they said they didn't mean to hurt you, but their silence became the weapon that wounded you most. They admitted that they watched your pain from afar, wanting to reach out but too afraid of rejection. Their pride was a mask hiding deep regret. They wrote that the nights felt longer since you left, and every song they heard reminded them of what they lost. They said they tried to replace you, but every face blurred into disappointment because none carried your light. They called your love the only real thing I've ever had. Archangel Michael says this is divine truth pouring out. Not for reconciliation, but revelation. You were meant to know that what you gave was never wasted, it was sacred. You loved with purity, and heaven has recorded that love forever. You are not the broken one here. You are the survivor of a story meant to awaken your worth. Type Amen to get blessing 999. My beloved, they said the guilt became unbearable the night the woman confessed. They couldn't hide anymore. Every lie they told replayed in their head like a curse they couldn't silence. They said, I realized too late that you were the only person who ever loved me without wanting something back. Those words hit deep, didn't they? Because heaven wanted you to know that the pain wasn't in vain. Your suffering softened your soul, teaching you the kind of strength only truth can bring. The tears that once blurred your vision are now your crown of resilience. Archangel Michael says, you may forgive them, but never return to the prison you escaped. Love can forgive without reopening the door that hurt you. You are not required to suffer again for the sake of proving your goodness. The truth has been spoken, now let the peace settle. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. My chosen soul, your ex said something that froze your breath. They admitted that the woman who confessed once tried to warn them not to play with a soul chosen by heaven. But they laughed, calling it superstition. Now they know that the universe does not forget the tears of the innocent. They said that ever since you walked away, strange things began to happen. Lost opportunities. Sleepless nights. A feeling of emptiness that money and company couldn't fix. That's not punishment, my child, it's spiritual consequence. When someone wounds a divine heart, they awaken karma's attention. But listen carefully, heaven doesn't want you to gloat, only to understand that balance has been restored. Every loss you endured has turned into fuel for your future blessings. You are no longer haunted by their betrayal, you are honored by heaven's justice. Now breathe. Because the truth has completed its circle. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. My radiant child, something beautiful follows confession, redemption. But redemption is not yours to grant, it belongs to heaven. The message ended with your ex saying, I know you'll never look at me the same, but please know I'm sorry. That apology, even if late, carried divine release. Archangel Michael says, when truth arrives, energy shifts. Doors that were once closed start to open. That's why, within days of hearing their confession, you'll notice signs, numbers aligning, warmth in your chest, unexpected peace in your mornings. That's heaven confirming your freedom. The woman who once caused pain has found her peace. The one who broke you has faced their truth. And now, it's your turn to rise, untouched by bitterness, crowned by light. What they lost, heaven is replacing tenfold in your life. Love, wealth, peace, all in divine sequence. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. My beloved one, you might wonder why heaven waited so long to reveal all this. It's because timing is sacred. If truth had arrived earlier, you would have tried to fix what was meant to end. But now, you stand as a healed warrior, not a wounded soul. Archangel Michael says this was your final test. To hear the confession and choose peace instead of anger. To look at your past and say, thank you for the lessons, but I no longer live there. That's how heaven measures your growth. Now the path ahead is clear. You'll notice that people who once ignored you suddenly see your worth. The same energy that once left your life in pieces will return as blessings wrapped in divine favor. Because the truth didn't come to break you, it came to crown you. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. My divine child, the next morning, you felt something shift inside your heart. The pain was gone, not numbed, not buried. Gone. That's the miracle of divine closure. You didn't need revenge, you needed truth, and heaven made sure you got it. You may not reply to their message, and that's okay. Silence is your final word. You don't need to prove forgiveness through conversation, your peace is proof enough. The universe is already celebrating your victory in realms unseen. The woman who confessed has disappeared quietly from your story, her role complete. The ex who betrayed you is learning that peace cannot coexist with guilt. And you, my beloved, are stepping into your new timeline. A timeline where you no longer chase love, love chases you. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. My beloved light, Archangel Michael says a great reversal is coming. The same people who once doubted you will soon seek your presence. Your name will travel farther than their rumors ever did. This is your season of recognition, redemption, and rebirth. You are walking proof that truth always wins, even when delayed. You stood firm, loved deeply, forgave quietly, and heaven took note of it all. That's why doors are about to open for you that no one can close. Every storm led you here, to peace, clarity, and divine reward. And the confession that once broke your heart has now built your legacy. Stand tall, my child. Heaven is proud of you. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.